So let's find the candidate keys in a relation. In the question, there is a relation R with 6 attributes A, B, C, D, E, F. And there are 4 functional dependencies. A determines B, C, D, E, F. B, C determines A, D, E, F. B determines F, and D determines E. So to take out the candidate key, we will use the closure method. One by one, let us see the closure of A. The closure of A can determine itself. Then from A, let's check the above FDs. Can I reach other attributes through A? Yes, A determines B, C, D, E, F. So A, comma, B, C, D, E, and F. All the attributes are being covered in this closure with the attribute A only. Now let's find the closure of B. B can determine itself. Now from B, can I reach to any other attribute? Yes, from B I can reach to F. So I will write F here. Then from F, is there F? Can I reach to any attribute from F? No, there is no F on the left hand side. From B to F, this we have already done. But here B, C is there. But I do not have C here. So this closure ends here. Next, the closure of C. C can determine itself using the reflexivity property. Then through C, I cannot find any attribute. So with C, I need B, but I do not have B here. So this also ends here. Now closure of D. Closure of D, it can determine itself. From D, I can move to E. Now from E, there is no functional dependencies containing E on the left hand side. So this also ends here. Next, the closure of E. From E, I can go to E itself, but not to any other attribute. So this also ends here. Next, closure of F. F, comma, there is no attribute. From F, I cannot reach to any other attribute. F is not present on the left hand side. So this also ends here. Thus, there is only one closure which contains all the attributes. We consider that attribute as a candidate key which contains all the attributes. So closure A contains all the attributes A, B, C, D, E, F. So A is the candidate key. Now we will check for the candidate key with two pairs. For two pair candidate keys, all the possible combinations are A, B, A, C. For attribute A, I am combining with all the other attributes A, B, A, C, A, D, A, E, and A, F. We will take out the closures of these. Then with the next attribute B, I will combine B with all the other attributes. B, A. I will not write B, A because A, B I have already taken. So B, C, B, D, B, E, B, F. Next, the attribute C. With C, I will take A, C, A. So C, A I have already taken. C, B already taken. C, D, and C, F. Then with the attribute D, D, A already taken. D, B done. D, C done. D, E, and D, F. Next comes the attribute E. E, A done. E, B taken. E, C, sorry, I left here E, C. E, C will all be there. C, E, C, D, C, E, C, F. So E, C I will not take because I have already taken here. Next, E, F. Closure of E, F. Next comes the last attribute F. With F, I will combine with all the other attributes. F, A taken. F, B done. F, C done. F, D done. F, E done. So I have taken all the possible combinations with two pair key. Now I will take out the closure. I will find out the closure of all these keys, but there is a short trick. No need to take out the closures of all these. Before finding the closures of all these sets, of all these pairs, I can remove few pairs, because here I have already found A as the candidate key. Now if A is the candidate key, then adding any other attribute with A, B, A, C, or A, F, so adding any other attribute with A is useless. It will either form a super key. So I will not find the closures of these sets. I will find the closures of these B, C, B, D and so on, but not with the pair containing A, because A is already a candidate key. There can be two cases. Suppose A, B closure contains all the attributes, then it can be considered as a candidate key, but we will not consider it because it will be a super key. So to understand the concept of why I am not considering this as a candidate key, you can watch my previous video for that. So AB will be considered as a super key. Now the remaining pairs are these. From these I can remove few pairs. There's a short trick for this. The trick is, as A is the candidate key, so the attribute containing A on the right hand side, the attribute containing A on the right hand side will also be a candidate key. In this FD on the right hand side, is there A? No. Is there A? Yes. So BC will also be a candidate key. Is there A? No. Is there A? No. So BC will also be a candidate key. Let's see this, the closure of BC. BC can identify itself. Then from B I can reach to F. Then from BC combining, I have both the attributes B and C. So with BC, I can reach A, D, E, F. A, D, E, F already written. So all the attributes are present, A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is a candidate key, which I told you earlier. So this is a short trick to find a candidate key. So this is a candidate key BC. Now if you will find the closures of all these pairs, either they will be considered as a super key or they will not contain all the attributes. So similarly with the three pair candidate key, if you will try for the three pair like ABD, ABC, or BDF, CEF, etc. Any three pair set closure, all these will result in super keys. So for this relation, there are only two candidate keys, which is A and BC. You can watch my previous video to understand this in detail. Here I have not discussed in detail. In the previous question, in the previous video on finding candidate keys, I have discussed in detail. So you can watch it. In the next question, there is a relation R with 5 attributes A, B, C, D, E and 3 FDs. AB determines CD, D determines A and BC determines DE. Now let's start with the closures of each attribute. But here I'll tell you the short trick that if any attribute is missing on the right hand side of any FD, then the candidate key will definitely contain that attribute. A is present, B is missing. C, D, E, all the attributes are present except B. So the candidate key will definitely contain the attribute B. So I will try with the closure of B and the other attributes containing B. So closure of B can identify itself. Then from B, can I go to any other attribute? No, because with B I need A. I do not have A here. With B, I need C, and C is also not here. So this ends here. Next, the closure of B, A, B, C, B, D, and B, E. Let's try these closures. So the closure of BA, that is BA itself using the reflexivity property. Then with AB, I have both the attributes AB, and through AB I can reach to CD. So I will write C comma D. Then with D I can reach A already written. Then with BC, B and C I can reach to DE, D already written, I will write. So this closure contains all the attributes. Next, BC, B comma C. With BC I can determine DE. Then with D I can reach to A. So this closure also contains all the attributes. Next, BD, B comma D. With D I can reach to A, and AB, I have AB, both the attributes, so AB I can reach to CD. C and D already written. E is left, so to reach E I need BC, and I have B and C, both the attributes, so with BC I can reach to DE, D already written. Next, BE, B comma E. Then from B, with B I need A and C. I do not have C and A both. So this ends here. So in this closure set, this can be a candidate key, this is also a candidate key, and this is also a candidate key. This closure does not contain all the attributes. Now here, I tried with 2 pair key because B alone is not able to reach other attributes. So I tried with the combination of B. Now here B with 2 pair key, BE failed. BE is not able to reach other attributes. So now I will try with the pair of BE. So BE, A, BE, C, BE, D. So these are the 3 pairs. So I will try with this. And in this, no need to proceed because BC is already a candidate key. BC is already a candidate key. So suppose if this closure contains all the attributes, then it will be considered as a super key, not the candidate key. So I will not try for this. Then again, BE. Yes, I can try for BE. This I will try, and this. No, not this. BD. BD is already a candidate key. BD ke saath, with BD there is an extra attribute A. So this will also be considered as a super key. So I will try only for BEA. Sorry, not this also, because BA. Here also 2 attributes are there, AB, which is already a candidate key. So all these will be the super keys. So no need to try with this. If you will try the closures of A, I have done already C, D, E, and F. All these closures will not cover up all the attributes. So this is the short trick, that if any attribute is missing on the right hand side, then that attribute will be definitely in the candidate key. And there are 3 candidate keys in this relation, that is BA, BC, and BD. You try for these closures. These closures will not contain all the attributes. In the previous questions, I have not discussed this trick because in those questions there was not any attribute missing on the right hand side of NEFT. All the attributes were present. As you can see the previous questions, all the attributes were present on the right hand side. Only in this question one attribute is missing. That is why I discussed it here.